Get ready for the show that is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, and maybe something that'll offend the hell out of you. It's the C&D No Bull Show, the show that discusses everything from politics to racing, breaking the issues down to terms even a prima donna can understand. So keep that Tylenol handy. Here are your hosts, Chris Mize and Doug Doc.
What's up?
Hey, what's happening?
You better run the disclaimer now.
Oh, yeah. Let me get that straight.
First off, I want to thank all our veterans. Without you guys, we wouldn't be able to do this show. Not sure how much longer we'll be allowed to anyways. But second, I want to thank our military overseas in the homeland fighting and protecting our rights. I want to thank our first responders, police, fire, EMS, doctors, and nurses. Thank you.
Tow truck drivers.
Wayne Sweeney. I don't even know where the hell we start tonight.
Neither do I. Well, let's start with Biden's address to Congress.
We the people is the government. That address?
That one, yeah. Hold on, I'll bring it up.
Okay. Hi, Dean.
Let's see.
We the people is the government. Somebody chirped in his ear and said, no. Oh, yeah.
Let me show you. Our Constitution opens with, this is what he said. This is his words. Our Constitution opens with the words, as trite as it sounds, we the people. Well, it's time to remember that we the people are the government. You and I, not some force in the distant capital.
Now, what the fuck is he even saying there? Does anybody know? Does anybody make sense of that? So it gets to we the people. Well, it's time to remember that we the people are the government. What?
Let's hear him say it so we don't screw it up.
Oh, yeah, that's how we want. Yeah. We don't want to misinterpret it.
Right. So let me get this out of the way.
There's a guy sleeping.
Yeah. Here, listen to this. Here we go. Can you hear it?
No.
Come on. Why is that happening every time?
I don't know.
Hold on.
You've been Biden.
Biden.
As trite as it sounds, we the people. It's time to remember that we the people are the government. You and I. Not some force in a distant capital.
Look at Chameleon's eyes.
Don't they look like two deer heads mounted on the back of?
I don't even know what to say about it. I really don't even know what to say about that. And let me guess, we're misinterpreting what he meant.
Listen, that is everybody that did any kind of research on that. That is exactly how it comes out. You can't. Maybe he did screw it up, but if he did screw it up, this is his thoughts.
It's the President of the United States doing a State of the Union address, correct?
Yeah. Yes.
And says something like that.
Yes.
I ain't done with that yet, but I mean,
well, it's here if you ever want.
So the same president that you got that other. Can you play that other clip we had of him?
Yeah, I can.
We're gonna play one more clip real quick.
Let me get
this is the same president now.
This is all right. Let me bring that one over.
Oh boy.
Okay.
We just brought this one up here. What, Doug?
About 2 minutes ago.
Yeah, that's why we're a minute late. I mean,
see what happens here.
it's going to play the commercial.
Maybe, maybe not.
We can't play it. Right here. Turn it up.
It's up as loud as it can go, man.
Loan guarantees. I went over, I guess, 12th, 13th time to Kyiv, and I was supposed to announce that there was another $1 billion loan guarantee. And I had gotten a commitment from Poroshenko and from Yatsenyuk that they would take action against the state prosecutor, and they didn't. So they said they were walking out to press conference, and I said, we're not going to give you the $1 billion. They said, you have no authority, you're not the president. The president said, I said, call him. I said, I'm telling you, you're not getting $1 billion. I said, you're not getting $1 billion, I'm going to be leaving here, and I think it was, 6 hours. I looked at it, I said, you're leaving in 6 hours. If the prosecutor's not fired, you're not getting the money. Oh, son of a got fired. And they put in place someone who was solid at the time.
There you go.
Now, the reason why we're bringing this up is because we'll get into that here in a second. Doug's got that information about made my head blow off. That's when Hunter Biden was being investigated by the Ukrainian prosecutor. Remember all that shit went on? And he made that comment, basically said, United States isn't going to give you $1 billion unless you fire that guy, which was saving his son's ass. And he's laughing about it. Fucking 2018, he's laughing about it, making a joke. Oh, I looked at my watch, and but yet they said they tried to impeach Trump for a lot less. It wasn't even anything like that. They tried to blow it up. And then remember, Doug, when this was going around before, everybody, oh, you misunderstood. How do you misunderstood? I'm getting sick and goddamn tired. Every time something that dumb son of a bitch says, we misunderstand what he's saying. Well, then somebody ought to, step up and say, we're not going to let Mr. Biden speak because he don't, say it right. I mean, because, I'm tired of being told we're misinterpreting when it come right out of his mouth. Even when he said, Doug, what am I doing here? Then we misinterpreted that. Remember, everybody misinterpreted it.
Right. And remember what I was trying for you a little bit earlier, where that guy says, Trump said Mexicans are rapists. Well, the normal average Joe is just going to go, oh, wow, that's crazy.
Oh, wow, I can't believe he's saying that about
he's the president of the United States saying that. And then this guy researches it to find out that the smuggling into the country, that these Mexicans tell these women they're most likely going to end up getting raped.
And that's what he was saying.
This is what he was talking about. And he goes through a bunch of scenarios where this media put out this, and then if you really research it, you find out the whole truth, and you find out, oh, okay, now I understand why he said what he said, or he did what he did. And this is the same thing here, but it's going the reverse. Oh, no. He said that, but
he meant this.
Yeah.
What are you, a fucking mind reader now?
Right.
Because if you are, I'm goddamn sure he's got you messed up too. If you're a mind reader, I'm pretty sure you ain't reading that mind. But the whole point is once again, we're going in a communist state, and I'll tell you why. You call me crazy, call me a whack job, say I'm a conspiratist, whatever you want to say. I'm not. Here's why. They turn around, and what they do now, Doug?
Well, which part?
The Biden administration with Giuliani.
The Biden administration. Now, it wasn't the local police. It wasn't the New York State of Investigation. It wasn't the FBI. It was the Justice Department. Raided his apartment and his office and took all his electronic stuff and long arm of the law. Because why? Well, we can't say because why, because we don't really know. They haven't released anything yet. But isn't it interesting to know that Giuliani is the one that was probing this whole Ukraine thing?
Or payback. So we do that. I mean, but yet we got him saying in 2018, saying shit like that when we wanted to say, well, Hunter Biden this, Hunter, oh no, that's all wrong. It's Biden didn't mean it like that. Biden meant it like this, whatever. You know. Now I can't hold this back anymore, Doug. I'm sorry. If you smoke methanol cigarettes, you're screwed.
Get ready.
You are screwed because they're going to be banned. Not Congress, no. Who did it, Doug? The FDA.
The FDA.
And here's why. Tell them.
This is interesting. Let's see. First of all, let me go back to it. And folks, we try to make sure that we get things as accurate as we can. So let me find it here.
Because we don't want nobody to think we're giving you misinformation.
Right. Right here. The FDA action has the potential to impact the health of black smokers in particular, 85% of whom use menthol cigarettes compared to just 30% of the white smokers. And then up here, it says with these actions, the FDA will significantly reduce youth initiation of smoking cigarettes. It's going to address the health disparities experienced between communities of color, low income, and the alphabet individuals.
So there you are, folks. That's why menthol cigarettes are getting taken off the market. Nobody voted on it. They just said, you know what? We're taking these off. Now, we're being accused as a white race, Caucasian, of being very racist. And we try to, we oppress. Coca-Cola be less white, this, that, and the other. But yet, the FDA goes in and makes a choice that targets, in their words, Doug, not mine, because I know a bunch of people smoke them. In their words, targets the black community. Now, how is that not racist?
Same as the NFL.
Oh yeah, NFL people. So come late summer and fall, all you people that went to Cleveland and watched the draft and worship them people that play football and the NFL and watch it religiously. You don't care if they're kneeling for our national anthem. You don't care because
Are you
click
talking
it
about
on.
mine and yours? Or
So yeah. Well, now you got a choice.
now you got to
Now you got a choice.
You got a choice.
Now, at every NFL game this year, you have a choice. You can either, listen to the first national anthem that's going to be played or the second. And the first one is,
that's going to be Lift Every Voice and Sing, which is now the Black National Anthem.
And then you'll hear ours.
Then you'll hear the national anthem that most of us have fought for.
Ours, this country. When I say ours, I mean every United States citizen. Not a non-resident, because they're not a United States citizen. The national anthem has been in place for years, but now you got your choice. So while you support the NFL and you support this and you watch that game religiously, I don't give a shit if it's the Browns, Lions, whoever you want to support. Just remember this. You've got two anthems you can listen to now. So, that being said, Doug, just put a clip. I don't want to play it. Put a clip up of that national anthem. Can you put one in the comments?
Yeah.
You can watch that. You can watch that.
This is the longer version of it. It's actually televised by the NFL, and
So
you know what that stands for?
what?
National Football League. We have a
Yeah.
national anthem, but we're not going to do that. We're gonna
Play that.
we're gonna divide it.
At least they're playing that last.
What's that?
Or the national anthem. So let me ask a question. As a white person, if I feel we need a national anthem and I call Kid Rock up and say, hey, dude, let's talk. I want to use your song, You Ain't Ever Met a Motherfucker Like Me, as the white person national anthem. Are they going to play it?
Who you asking?
That's a song. That's a song.
National anthem or the
I mean, can I say, well, this is White Lives Matter national anthem?
right?
Or, you know what? Let me rephrase that. Everybody's Lives Matter national anthem.
Oh, but you can't do that because the black national anthem takes care of that part. And I don't know. There's
What are they making me do? What are they making me do?
You're making a decision. You're making a choice
about what?
About which one you would like to follow.
It's called divide, Doug.
Goodbye. Did you say?
It's called divide.
Oh, divide. Oh, yeah.
It's called divide. Now, remember when the pandemic started? We all remember that. I mean, me and Doug especially. They started coming down with all these restrictions and all these rules and just drilling them down our throat. And there's people that started saying, our rights are being this and that, they're telling us what to do and keep telling us what to do. And they're just taking stuff at will. And you had the left side. No, this is for the betterment of you. This is for the betterment of you. I didn't agree with a lot of that shit they were doing, especially in the middle of the year last year. This is for your betterment. We're looking out for you. We're making you safe. Now they're taking menthol cigarettes right off the market, and we ain't got a shit to say about it. And not only that, they said it, not me, not Doug. We just put it up what they said. So YouTube, if you guys smoking pot watching us tonight, you think you might miss information. We put up what they said. Go after them, not us.
Right.
I mean, we just put it up there in black and white. They said it's directed more towards the black community, lower poverty community. How can they say that without the media not going crazy tonight? Rob got put in Facebook jail.
For what?
I got a feeling, I don't know. Rob's pretty vocal.
Because we were just kind of heading down that path where let's say about 10 years ago, you could say whatever you want because it's a free country. If you say you hated vaccines, you hated them. If you say, you know what, I wouldn't get them, I wouldn't recommend, you could say anything you want. Now you are monitored. They will put disclaimers on your videos. They'll pull you off.
Put you in Facebook jail.
Yep.
Kathy Lee Gifford can go on there with a picture of her holding Trump's head in there. That's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. But, here's my point. They're yanking shit out. They're yanking shit away from us. They're telling us, as a Caucasian race, you've oppressed, and, you're racist. They're trying to drill it in their head that we're racist. And it's a bunch of bullshit to start with. It's just plain out, flat out. Sharpton's getting rich off this. I mean, he ought to be kicking Biden back a couple million a year, all the money he's going to make off this shit. But, here's the thing. They, in their own words, Doug, were very racist in what they said there.
Do you think the menthol cigarette thing's going to become an issue, or you think
Not in the slightest bit.
it's just going to go away? Nobody's going to
It'll
really.
go away. Here's
Nobody,
why it'll go away. If Trump did that, it would be front page coverage. They'd be on CNN right now. Breaking news: Trump yanks menthol cigarettes, even though the FDA did it. Trump yanks them.
yeah.
How can he do that? We have a right. How can you yank one cigarette tobacco product? I don't give a shit if it's menthol or whatever the hell it is. You know, you light a cigarette and you start smoking cigarettes at a young age. I don't give a shit if it's this Winston, if it's a Marlboro. You know, I don't care. Pall Mall, Lucky Strikes, menthol,
Damn.
regular, light. I don't care. The minute you start smoking it, the nicotine it's addicting. You know what's next? Well, you know what? Budweiser. Uh, you know, we found that you know Budweiser is in the poverty community, or Natural Light. Natural Light's in the poverty community, and kids are drinking it because it's cheap. We're yanking that out. Is that next?
Okay, so the government has you thinking right down the right path.
Is that next though?
But that's what you need to be concerned about. Because listen, because on the other side, they're still working on your guns and you don't know about it because you're
absolutely
focused on the cigarettes, what's coming next. They're taking your rights away, the vaccine. But over here, they're quietly still working on that bill.
And they're working on the voter bill.
Yep. There's
16,
two big things right there.
16 years old. You know, we can't decide what bathroom we're going in. What if we're playing in boys basketball or girls basketball this year? I identify myself as Christine. I want to try out for the girls basketball team, but we're going to let them vote. But it's okay because we've become a transgender country. You know, we're okay with that. And if there's any transgenders watching, shut the fucking show off. I don't want you watching because I think it's wrong. You're either male or female. You want to be gay or lesbian? That's fine. That's your choice. You know, and hold on, Doug. That's your choice. You know, years ago, whatever, I wouldn't have said that. But now, I don't care what you do in your own house. I really don't give a shit. That's your right. But don't want to be one or the other and then sit there and put a wig on and a dress and high heels with the 5 o'clock shadow. Hi, I'm Paulette. No, you're not, motherfucker. You're Paul.
Joining the girls basketball team.
Yeah, I'm joining. I'm here to try out today. You know, I mean, give me a break. And Doug, we were talking about this the other day. The governor of West Virginia.
Yeah.
Was it me and you talked about that? Or there might have been somebody else. The governor of West. Huh?
What about him?
Governor of West Virginia said this ain't happening. I can't remember if it might not have been you. It might have been somebody else. The governor of West Virginia is saying, you know, boys, we're not doing this in the state of West Virginia. If you're a boy, you want to identify as a woman or a girl, that's fine. Go ahead, but you're not playing on a girls' basketball team. You're not playing in girls' track. You're playing with a boy. You got one of them. Hey, you're a boy. You go play the boys' basketball team, and afterwards, dress in your high heels all you want. Yeah, he got into it. I'm trying. It might have been Mark that was telling me that. I can't remember who might have been, but you know, I mean, DeSantis had a set of balls.
Yes.
Went out in Florida. We're not teaching any of this in our schools.
Right. Yep, it ain't happening.
I mean, what's DeWine going to say? Well, I'll have to check into that. And, you know, the buck stops with me. And you know, everybody's got rights. And, you know, next year we'll still be having press conferences on transgender sports in Ohio. You know, I mean, Yeah, Caitlyn Jenner's running for governor of California, maybe. Well, I mean, it's about the only thing I've agreed with him on in the last few years. Her, sorry, Mrs. Jenner, or whatever the hell you are. I mean, come on. What are we coming to as a society, and we're letting it happen? We're letting it happen. I mean,
Uh,
I'm still pissed off about the cigarette thing. Not because I smoke. Trust me, not because I smoke. Because I don't feel that they should have the right to go in and pick and choose and say, well, if you smoke menthol cigarettes, that's part of the oppressed community. We're going to take them away. You know what I'm saying? It's bullshit.
I agree. I absolutely agree. But they've
And
got
then
you. They got you right where they want you.
I
They
know
make
that,
you upset about that.
well, do you think I'm going to forget them bills that are getting ready to be pushed through Congress? I'm not going to forget about them. But they're it's called race baiting. They say we're racist, we're this, we're that, but yet they can make comments like that, and it's okay. It's like him sitting up there saying $15 an hour. He started talking about that crap the other day. There's no person that should work 40 hours a week and be under poverty level. You people need 15 an hour. Well, start with our goddamn military first.
But look at look at the amount of people that he going. Yeah, you're right. You're right. All these people who are making $8 an hour are going. That's right.
That's right.
And I hate to say this, but they don't understand the consequences of it either.
They don't
Most
care.
of them don't. I should say.
They don't care. Here's my point. Our military, men and women, serve in this country.
In the garage of our
White
Capitol,
House, yeah, Capitol building, yeah, laying on the floor, getting
eating
cookies
pizza
and
and cookies.
yeah, it's okay. Here's some pizza and cookies, and then Biden goes, "I didn't know that was happening." Well, your wife gave him pizza and cookies. You two don't talk. Don't give me that shit. But
Right,
you know, but
right,
anyways, our military serving our country, protecting us, make under $15 an hour.
right, right.
Well, where's his speech about we need to up the military? We need to, and don't get me wrong, Doug. Just for a second, I'm only going to take a minute on it. We need some of these people coming back. We need to do more for them when they get back here. We need to, have better services. Nothing's wrong with pizza, Dean. I love pizza, but we need to have better services for these people coming back and seeing atrocities. We need better pay for them. We need to take care of them better. Them bastards up at Capitol and the White House wouldn't be there if it wasn't for these people down here that they just look right on past. I want to talk about Jim Bob's kid over at McDonald's making $8.50 an hour doesn't deserve two, because you order a cheeseburger and some people get a wrapper and it's two buns and a piece of cheese and they forgot to put the patty on it, son of a bitch. You know how many times that happened to me. They want to give them 15 an hour.
Mm-hmm.
So now what we've created with unemployment, even going into that, it's extended now. In case anybody didn't see, the 300 extra weeks extended till September. Who the hell's going to work? Oh, that's right. If you got fear of getting coronavirus, COVID-19, you can quit your job with no repercussions. None at all. I ain't even at that yet, Joe. You can quit your job, none at all. No repercussions. Go sign up. You making the extra money. Now they started chirping about a gas shortage. We're going to
Yep.
have a gas shortage.
Yep.
We're not having a gas shortage because we're short on gas and making refining gas. We're having a gas shortage maybe coming because there's nobody to work to haul the gas in the tankers. They cannot find people to work. Why can't you find people to work? Because the government's handing all that money out. Who the hell wants to go to work when they're making more sitting at home?
This is called socialism. People rely on the government, and we're playing into it. Well, a lot of people are playing into it, saying, you know what, I can make more money just sitting here at home. I'll just, put a couple apps in here and there, refuse a job because, I can't do it for this reason or that reason. And now we're
I'm
dependent
I'm
on,
afraid I'm afraid if I go there to work, Doug, I'm gonna catch coronavirus.
right, right. Yeah. I seen somebody coughing in there. I'm not going in.
So I'm trying not to lose my shit, man. But
Go ahead.
no, so when it all comes to September, they're gonna yank all this shit away. Everything's gonna be done. Now, all you people that voted for Biden, Doug would
There
like
isn't
you to,
anybody. You're talking to nobody.
Doug would like you to come on. I don't really give a fuck if you come on or not. I don't want you to come on, but the reason being, well, the price of, you bought a 4x4. I'm just throwing numbers. If you bought a 4x4 4 months ago and you paid $6 for it, you're paying 15, $16 now. Why? You think cars were expensive 4 months ago? You think that Suburban sitting over at one of these dealerships in Sandusky, I'm not going to name them because hell, they probably get pissed off, some of them. But one of these dealerships in Sandusky,
A vehicle.
Suburban, Expedition or whatever, you think, that was 85, 90,000 then? Wait, just wait.
Mhm.
It's going to be 130,000. Why? Because this dumb son of a bitch's taxes that he wants to put in. The way he wants to do the taxes. You guys want to get mad at Ford for moving at Mexico? You want to call Ford? I went off on that the other day. You want to call Ford a traitor, this, that? Don't call Ford that. They can't afford with his tax. They can afford it, but it's going to hurt. They can't. They're not going to put up with it. What he wants to tax them. What, raising it 20% tax, Doug, isn't it? Than what they're at now?
40%.
Yeah, so it goes up 20% more than what it is now. Anybody that makes $1 million gets nailed on taxes big time. You make 500 or more, your taxes are going up. You make 100 or more, your taxes are going up. It's called distribution of wealth. Is what they're getting ready to do.
Socialism.
Socialism. So I get up in the morning, go to work. All you people on here, get up, go to work. Guy across the street sits in his house, watches Jerry Springer all goddamn day and Oprah. He's making the same amount as you. And the government's going to say, well, you can't quit working now, kid. When this started, you were working. You're going to keep working. And you're going to take home your 500, even though you worked 700, 70 hours this week. And he's going to take home 500 too, because we all deserve a fucking trophy in today's world.
Don't start that. That's a whole nother. That's
We
another.
all deserve a trophy, And guess what? You can sit in your house all day watching Jerry Springer and try all the different makeup, Jim, Bob, or whoever, and decide which is better, to go out looking like a woman with your 5 o'clock shadow.
When you're really going to notice it is when the $5 fill up becomes an $8 fill up.
Yeah, yeah. $8 fill up. 5, Kentucky Fried. Well, that's going to go up anyways because we got a chicken shortage.
That's true. Everything's a shortage now.
I gotta ask the fuck. I gotta quit saying that. I hope my mom ain't watching. I doubt it because she knows what I say on here. But anyways, I gotta ask a question. We went through the worst part of the pandemic last year at this time, correct? Shut everything down. Oh my God, meat was first time ever in my life, you go to a grocery store, you can only take 2 products of this. You can only take 2 products. They started rationing food. To people our age, when you see something like that, that's third world country shit. Am I wrong, Doug? That
Nope.
the young kids, oh, I'm allowed to buy 2. I guess I'm good till Tuesday.
Right.
They think, yeah, well, you better open your eyes. But now, 12 months later, we're being told vaccines out, numbers going, we're going to be okay. All of a sudden we having a shortage. Why are we having a shortage? Well, coronavirus hit. Well, wait a minute. It was going down. Dr. Fauci and his wisdom had it going down. Herd immunity, remember? As soon as we get the vaccine and herd immunity.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, all of a sudden we having the shortages. Same fucking reason I just explained. Because the government's handed people money to sit on their ass at home. They're going to say we're having a shortage on everything because we ain't nobody to go out and work to do the stuff. And when it all implodes, and it's not going to take 3-4 years, when it all implodes in the next year, within the next year, boom, distribution of wealth's going to kick in. And us assholes that get up, do you see what the payroll taxes are going to, people?
What?
Even you people that make $10 an hour, they're going up. They're going up. They're going up. I don't know what I thought. Listen up, you people. They're going up. I didn't say use. They're going up like 7%, 6%. I think I read. Read it. Check on it.
I want to pick up the statement here. Everyone should be equal is the mission.
I disagree. You want to know why? Here's why. I believe it's not their mission right now. Their mission is everyone should have more than this is going to blow up. I'm sure the white person right now. Everybody else, Asian, black, Mexican. Everybody should have more than us. Is the mission. Stop and listen. I'm not crying. Oh, everybody's after the white man. I'm not crying that game. But if you look at what, in my opinion, if you look at what's coming down the pike, I mean, I
all right. Here's my take on this. It's goes the long way around, but here, if everyone should be equal, then there should be no girl sports or boy sports. If you have, let's say, track, whoever wants to run the 500-yard dash does it. In 1954, the Supreme Court unanimously ruled that segregation in public schools is unconstitutional. The court said separate is not equal. So why, since they ruled it unconstitutional, do we have separate girl sports and separate boy sports?
next Saturday night at the racetrack when they all get the white flag for the last lap. Okay, throw the yellow out. We're done. You're all equal. You all won.
Well, they get a participation trophy.
Yeah, y'all go. We'll hand you a trophy in the car when you go by the pit chute.
You know what? That's a good point, because the way we do it, if you want to be a race car driver, male, female, get in a car and race.
Don't matter.
Right? You're racing with people with experience, without experience, with better cars, with less better cars. So we do it right where we come from. There,
Dean Henry, that comment he put, that's trust me. Trust me when I tell you this. I was dealing with this issue last night into today, dealing with it.
This is,
and the reason why there's a shortage is because there is no workers to make the tire. They're having a hard time making a tire. We weren't using Hoosier Americans. It was in our one division, and it's a street tire, street legal tire, but the tire ain't worth shit. And the problem is, you got to watch what you do, because You pick a tire, and we had this problem beginning of the year. People couldn't get the tires that were, it's hit the tire industry, it's hit the chicken industry, evidently, it's hit every industry.
Catch up. So when those tires do come available, they're going to be really high priced because they want to slow down the sale so that they can try to get caught up.
Oh yeah, drive down 215 Perkins Ave. There's help wanted signs in every store. Every store. But, why? Let me ask a question, Don. Dead serious question. You're driving down the street. It's hypothetically, you're on unemployment getting $300 extra a week. You're driving down the street, right on Perkins Ave, Burger King got a help wanted sign. They're paying, what is it, Doug? I think they had $10.50 an hour or something out there.
Yep, some are 15.
So you go in, we're going to give you $10.50 an hour. In your mind, you're sitting there figuring that out. Well, that's 40-hour a week. That's only $420. Well, they take taxes out. I'm only making $50 more than what the government's giving to $300 plus my other unemployment. Why would you? I'm not faulting the person. I'm not faulting the person. I understand when they can make more money sitting on their ass at home. I understand, but you're not understanding what the hell they're doing. These people aren't looking at the big picture. So what do? We extend that money out to September and then start talking about another stimulus check that's going to come out.
Let me ask a question because I'm confused on this. What is the current mask mandate?
Here, depending on if you talk to the CDC, Mike DeWine, DeSantis, whatever. What they come out with was, I don't quite understand it either. Okay, but correct me if I'm wrong. We're talking, I think, if you've had your vaccination and your last shot was 2 weeks ago, now they're saying, I'm not sure I understood DeWine correctly. The retail stores now can lift the mask if they want to, but you still have to social distance 6 feet, or CDC said that if you've had your vaccinations and it's been 2 weeks went by, they're going to lift the mask. I mean, so what? Here, let me ask a question. So I'm walking down the street and you're walking at me. I don't know you from.
Right.
You don't have a mask on, or we're in a store and you don't have a mask on. What am I going to do? You got your vaccination card?
Hold
you
it
know
up.
what I'm saying? What are we going to have to walk in and pin our vaccination cards like an ID tag on us? Been vaccinated. Here it is.
From what I understand, you're correct. If you had the vaccine shots and you're cleared, you don't need to wear a mask. You can, and if you're in a crowded place, yeah, you should, just for safety. Did you watch this? You did not watch the address to Congress.
No, because I didn't want to throw up. I wasn't feeling good, and I just ate a big meal, and I didn't feel like puking all over my carpet and having Debbie bitching at me because, I puked.
Well, if you would have watched it, everybody in the place social distance to an unbelievable measure, and they're all wearing masks. So if you think about it, what's the government telling us about the vaccine? Because they've all been vaccinated. They were first to be vaccinated.
Listen, it doesn't prevent you from catching the virus. The misconceptions out there, and people don't understand that.
But I'm not saying that. I'm saying that they said if you've been vaccinated, you don't need to have a mask. If you looked at this circus that they had, everybody was social distance and everybody's wearing a mask. So what's the government saying? Well, we don't really believe that this vaccine's really going to work because we're going to wear a mask because he only took it off to do his address, put it back on when he was done. When he went on his little field trip, he lost it and he had a whole panic attack over it. He said, "Oh, I'm going to get in trouble." He's going to get in trouble by who? Who's controlling him?
Who's gonna? Yeah, he's president of the United States. How the hell is he gonna get in trouble? You know what I mean?
Yep.
How's who? What? Dr. Fauci gonna come? Oh, Putin calls him. Get your damn mask on. You hear me, Mr. Biden? Yes, sir. Hold on. I'll double up. You know, the whole mask thing was a joke. Now what you're coming out with, if you guys research this, bacterial pneumonia is out of control right now. It's on the rise so bad right now. People are they're getting bacterial pneumonia. But you don't see that out in the media, and you're not gonna. You don't see that, the rise of bacteria, unless you look hard for it. You'll catch it here or there. Somebody will say something. The reason why bacterial pneumonia is on a flaming rise. Y'all know I'm not a doctor or scientist or anything. I'm far from it, but I do read. I did say the Holiday Inn Express last night, Doug, so I'll comment on it today. Is because they said in the onset of this mask deal, your mask, after 3 hours, they can scrape your mask, put it in a petri dish, and bacteria grows out of control.
Right.
Just coming off after 3 hours.
Right.
So, health-wise, you should change your mask after 3 hours or wash it, or whatever. Now, we all know, in my opinion, Lord forget, I'm sure this show will get yanked off of YouTube because we mentioned the vaccine, but I want to give medical information.
We got a disclaimer.
But
it's a bullshit show.
If you take your shirt, brand new shirt, and you wash it, and you wash it, and you wash it for a year, 2-3 times a week, you're washing your shirt, the material breaks down.
Mm-hmm.
Everything starts breaking down in that shirt. It fades. It gets, it either shrinks, or I guess masks don't have that, huh, Doug? These cloth masks that everybody's wearing, I guess they're made out of super material.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Jim Bob's wife makes 100 masks. Oh, look how pretty they are. And you wash it and wash it, wash it, and think that 10 months from now it's same mask. It's not. It's not. The little fibers open up even more. And it's already, if you think that mask protects you so much and you smoke, inhale, go, put your mask on, then go, watch the smoke go right through it.
I was going to say, it's either going to go right up that way or it's going to go right out.
Right through it. And, I'm no genius, but I mean,
you're getting there.
And it's sad as a dumbass like me knows this shit and realizes it, and we still got people,
Do you smoke through it?
You smoke through it, Joe? Look, I can hear Joe's wife. Why are you naked? I want to show you something.
It's time to redo.
Yeah, it's time for you to go to the store and get me some new briefs there, honey. I mean, come on. I've had these 6 years. I'm getting tired of that little hole down there.
Answering Dean's question, no, they're allowing us to have as many as we can safely put in there in the states.
Yeah, in Ohio.
In Ohio, yes. Yeah,
in Ohio.
I don't know what they're doing in any place else.
The rule reads, or I say rule. What do we call them? The mandates. Mandate reads. in Ohio, if you're in an outside sporting event, outside, there's no more percentage of your capacity. But you do not need a mask if you're a group of 10 or less. See, that's the one thing, Doug, that pissed. They never lose that 10 or less. Never. 10 or less. Your group of 10 or less can safely social distance 6 feet from the other group or other person that you don't know. You know, you don't have to wear a mask. But in order to do that, as you well know, Dean, in the racing industry, in order to do that, you're going to lose a percentage of your crowd automatically with
Right.
the social distancing. So, although they say there's no capacity percentage, you're looking at best of what Doug, we used to have this figured out last year at this time, 65%, I think it was.
Right.
You're looking, you know, you're losing 35%. Just like, you know, the major stadiums now, you know, they're going to lose 35% of the crowd. You can't get into Buffalo Bills Stadium unless you've had a vaccine card. You know, you coming up. Unfortunately, it isn't Oswego Speedway's fault. It's the restrictions and mandates they got to go by. I believe you have to show a vaccination card and or a test within 2 days prior, a negative test 2 days prior to the event that you go to go in there and be able to sit. If you don't have a vaccination card or you don't have, and somebody out there I know is watching this, correct me if I'm wrong, I think it's 2 days, paper that shows 2 days before, you're not getting in, period. It's not Oswego Speedways, and I only say that because of the races and coming up, but that's not theirs. So although they're making you think it's a grand illusion again, Doug, like what we were talking a little bit ago, although they're making you think, we opened it up. They really, it's not opened
Just
up.
did it a different way.
Yeah.
And it is all of Ohio, but the counties they monitor and they can make changes to it, but most of them are going by whatever the state's saying. This is interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, let's get to that, Julie. I'm glad you brought that up because we were on curfew in Ohio from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m.
Right. There was the big game.
Cincinnati, University of Cincinnati, the Columbus Crew, and the Cleveland Browns got bypassed on that curfew on their games that they had.
That's
now,
right.
I didn't say this. Mike DeWine said this about Cleveland Browns. Remember that? Dumbest thing I ever heard that man say today. Well, we're not concerned about the spread inside the stadium. We're concerned about the spread, everything that goes on outside the stadium.
Right. And what he was trying to say was we really need that revenue and that income, and we got to let this go. Everybody else stay home. That's what
he was trying to say, I don't want to touch that $2 billion I got in a rainy day fund. So we're going to let these guys go and draw the taxes off it.
Right.
Don't cheat yourself. He's a far left liberal in disguise. He's got an R in front. It should say D.
I don't know what Eldora is doing. Is it their decision or they haven't? Okay, it hasn't okayed with the World of Outlaws event.
Well, I don't know. Roger Slack's got his own thing going on down there, Dean. I normally comment on anything on this show, but I will not comment because just because
it's a small world.
It's I'm not worried about Roger Slack. He's an asshole, but there's other people there that I just seen. But I will tell you this. It all goes to your local health department too. So if you've pissed off your local health department, They might, huh?
Yeah, it may be them.
You
They
know,
may
if
have
you,
decided.
yeah. So
Because if they're, where are they from?
they're down there, down by Rick.
World of Outlaws?
Oh, World
So
of
we're-
Outlaws is I don't know. It's national. I used to know where their home base was, but
See, and some people are kind of going off their state and just deciding, it's probably not worth it, and not really researching the other states that they go to. Could be that.
Attica had a World of Outlaw show.
What?
So Attica had one World of Outlaw show. So it all depends. I mean, like I say, it all depends on what state, what county, what what if you're traveling out of state. I know this for a fact. If your home base is in Michigan, let's say, and you have a series that's home based in Michigan, Michigan wasn't allowed to do a lot of things when we opened, and we had a series that was home based in Michigan. Come to our track and run, or what he, they couldn't run in Michigan a few places, and I mean, but once again, if you go off the CDC, Dr. Fauci, uh, it's okay if you're in schools and you're 3 foot social distance.
Yeah.
I didn't say that. They said that. So YouTube, that's not medical misinformation. That come out of their mouths. I love how sometimes you quote what the CDC says and you get a warning. Misinterpretation or whatever. Well, let me copy and paste it and send it to you what I read. I don't understand. If I'm giving misinformation out because I posted what they said,
Then, right.
well, then maybe we should have our government shape up and go wonder what the hell they're putting out.
Right.
I
Right.
mean, listen, it's a world of hurt right now. What else is there, Doug? I'm trying to maintain and not have a nutty, but
You're doing good. You made it an hour in, and things are okay.
I haven't flipped out. But I just this whole Ukraine thing with Giuliani, it has got me unbelievably stewed. They put him on the cross, former President Trump. They put him up on the cross over them phone calls and everything else. Our congressmen and Senate demanded them tapes of that phone call. Remember that, Doug? Demanded it and fought for it, and they went in. But yet, where are the tapes of Biden's phone calls to these when he was vice president? We got them saying we played it for you. They can say all they want. Facebook and all of them can say all they want. We didn't say it. We played a clip. Now, we have opinions on what was played. We got that right. I still think we do. Probably not. But
We
I
can
mean,
find out.
me and you might be talking to ourselves. They're still commenting, but
Right.
we we didn't say that. He said that. And why can't we hear his phone calls? We don't
That's
want to
right.
hear it.
Yeah.
It's just like President Trump said on January 6th. Listen, go on down there and protest. He caused an insurrection. Maxine Waters goes, corrupts a courthouse, corrupts a court hearing, national, televised, George Floyd case, corrupts it by saying, quote unquote, if we don't get a guilty verdict, we need to be in the streets and be more controversial than we've ever been.
Confrontational.
Confrontational. That's it. That's okay.
Yeah.
One of the Dumb and Dumbers that you seen earlier on the State of the Union, if you're looking at it, she was on the right, said that that's Pelosi,
Okay.
the hooker and the drunk bitch. She said she has nothing to apologize for. She said nothing wrong. But yet tried and pushed impeachment on Trump, saying, go on down there and protest. And not one thing from the media covered up. Why? I didn't see what he said. Yeah. Yeah, but go look. They're building a wall again.
I'm almost positive I seen today where they have decided to stop that. Where did I see it?
They started building, now they're going to stop again?
Yep. I don't know. I read so much.
Yeah, they give us no lack of. I mean, you can't make this shit up. You can't make it up. The stupidity coming out. You can't make. Biden's on tape saying 20, 30 years ago, Doug.
Mm-hmm.
The Republicans are trying to add 3 more people to the Supreme Court because they want to load it. Yep. You can't do that. What we have here is good. We cannot add any more. You can't do that. Now, what are they trying to do?
Yep.
Add 3 more.
Yep. Yep.
Do they honestly think that because they say something today, the whole world's going to forget about it next week?
This is funny. They pack 2 lunches to feed both their faces.
No, they don't pack no more. We're buying it.
Yeah, right.
Rosie don't pack a lunch, so what's her lunch consist of? Okay, I need 2 lunches today, as she's in the liquor store. So I want both bottle of vodkas in separate brown bags. Thank you. And we pay for it. Hey, go look this up, people. I brought it up before. Go look it up. You think I'm lying? They get an expense as a congressperson. They get an expense for lunches and everything else. Nancy Pelosi's liquor bill is higher than everybody else's food bill there.
That's true.
It's true. It's a fact. So I don't get it.
Looking through here for a comment that I wanted to talk about.
Well, the goon squad, Kirsty's still out. Trust me.
Yes,
they're just picking. They're picking and choosing who they want to nail. I mean, it's if you've ever had crosswords with little Napoleon down there in Columbus, trust me, you'll see the goon squad.
So this comment here, I haven't gotten the virus shot. I don't trust Biden. It's to control all of us eventually. Go back to the Bilderberg group, and this all starts making sense.
Unfortunately, I'll be honest. I've had both shots. So YouTube, that's a fact. I've had both shots, Pfizer. Mm-hmm. And I guess this might be medical misinformation, but I ain't gonna bullshit nobody. I ain't felt the same since I've had them.
Maybe that's the little GPS thing they put in you.
Yeah, shit. I go to 3 places: home, work, and a racetrack. Why'd we waste $1,000 on a chip on that asshole?
Right. We are getting no information from him. He lives a boring life.
Yeah, but I that's the truth. I have not felt the same since. Now Debbie has. I haven't. I have not. Chip shortage.
I forgot about that. Yes, there is. There is an actual chip shortage. It's because it's all in the I can't say that because we'll get yanked.
Or say it. I don't give a shit. They want to yank it.
It's all in the vaccine. All the chips.
Yeah. That's why Biden says, whoa. We're trying to get them out. We had a little slowdown.
Right.
What was the slowdown? Well, our our vaccine manufacturer,
Right.
Whatever that little guy in his ear was talking to him. I would love to be able to hack stuff. And I would love to hack in and actually talk to him when he's doing a speech. You ever see the Anchorman? Don't remember the Anchorman?
Yeah, right.
Ron Burgundy. Yeah. There's Debbie.
Hi, Deb.
She can't
Oh.
hear you.
Every week you do that.
I got to behave. Every week I get you. There's Deb. Hi, Deb. She can't hear you, Deb. She's done that. I'll do the same. Here's Deb. Hi, Deb. So, anyways.
You leaving?
Anyways. I guess Debbie is. What it comes down to in a nutshell, I've stayed calm. I ain't lost my cool. I ain't worried about Facebook or YouTube yanking stuff because I do. They can all kiss my ass. I don't care. What it comes down to is this. Don't worry about your stimulus check. Don't worry about your unemployment extra money. Don't worry about none of that. You better worry about and start researching what the government's doing to us. Like Doug said, you know, this whole we're yanking menthol cigarettes off the market. There wasn't no Congress looked at it, nobody else. I'm sure there'll be lawsuits filed through the Supreme Court from the manufacturers. They'll tie that up in they're yanking menthol cigarettes. They're going to tie that up for 5 years, and get what they want. Instead of looking at all that shit, looking at your stimulus check that he's passing out and all that bullshit that come out of his mouth the other night, quit looking at that and start looking at what bills they're trying to push through in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Start researching the bills. Start reading the bills. Just because, we're not after your pistols. We're not. Well, the bullshit you're on. Anything with 8 or more. Any clip in a semi-automatic pistol, 8 or more shells. Boom. Now, start looking at the voter bill that they're going to try to push through. Non-resident for 1 year. So that means you jumped the fence. And how are we going to prove that you've been here a year, Doug?
Right.
You're not documented.
So you
it's not right, huh?
Oh, we don't arrest them anymore.
Well, we don't arrest them. We forgive their debt too.
Yeah,
that was last week.
Yeah.
I can't read it.
It's an Obama tactic. Make big fuss over dumb things to sneak in bills.
Right. So, if you really want to keep up on everything, learn what bills are being presented to the House. If you want to keep up, you better keep up on Ohio shit too. If you live in Ohio, learn what bills are being presented down to Columbus. There's bills going in all the time that you people ain't got a clue about.
Yep.
It'll be all guns. You ain't shitting.
Yep.
And how they're doing that, Dustin? How they're doing that? Read the bill. Read the bill. They restrict you down. And that they're up there saying, we're not taking your guns. We're not taking your guns. We're not taking your guns. We're going to make it, though, where you can't afford to have them guns.
Exactly. $800 permit a year.
Per gun. If it's not a military-grade weapon. Anything that holds, what was it, Doug? 6 or 7 or more shells in a shotgun, military-grade weapon. 8 or more in a clip of a pistol or anything, military grade weapon. If it's got a pistol grip on a shotgun, military grade weapon. If it's endless.
Yes, it is.
Boom. Military grade weapon. Now that permit, if you're allowed that permit, is $1,500 per year per gun. Something else. While I'm thinking about it, Doug, y'all better watch. Yep, there you are.
We the people.
We the people. It's time to remember, Doug. It's time to remember. But just remember the comment he made. What was it? Nothing in the Constitution. Amendments aren't, what did he say? Absolute or some dumb word?
Yeah, I don't know. I stopped listening to him.
Oh, here. I see a commercial on TV for Domino's. Okay. Now, I'll never buy another Domino's pizza in my life. Now, we don't not only is Amazon looking at having drones drop your packages off right to your house. Now Domino's got a little thing. You punch in, order your pizza and everything, and they got this little thing, remote, like a drone on ground, drives right to your house. Boom, door opens up, you pull your pizza out. See you later.
Wow.
Stop and think of this, people. The minute you call in, order that pizza, and that thing comes to your house, boom, you're in the system. You're in the system. I don't give a shit. I'm sounding like I'm a Looney Tune here, but stop and think what I'm about to say. I might be loony. Who knows? I've been called worse. But stop and think. Go on your phone. Go on your phone. Google. Don't be on Facebook. Google. I don't know, Jim Bob's apples. Looking for Jim Bob's. Look at a couple of apple orchards or something. Get off your phone. Tomorrow, get on Facebook, and there'll be ads up about apples.
Yeah. It gets scarier than that.
Yeah.
I was talking to somebody on the phone the other night, and we were talking about something, and then all of a sudden on Facebook, that's ads were popping up for it.
Yeah. You talk. What do you mean your wife got an alert?
That 911 is unable to take calls. Where's that at?
Got to be Lorraine County.
That's probably not good.
Do you know 911? Yeah.
Hello? This is 911. I got
My wife's trying to stab me. Nah, we just went through that.
Hold on. Let me see if somebody's available to come out. I'll call you back in about 10 minutes.
We just went through that, Columbus. Sorry. Let us know when everything's calmed down. I mean, regardless.
Lorraine County.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's sad. So.
Best of luck to you.
Yeah, sorry, Joe. Don't have an emergency right now. Yeah, 911. Do. This number has been disconnected.
Right.
I like I say, I'm trying to maintain my shit, but I don't know what we got going on in Washington, and these are our leaders, and I don't know what would possess people to go with this dumb shit, like Cortez. She's got to be the dumbest bitch I ever seen in my life. Cortez. She's got to be the dumbest. How did she even tie her shoes? I bet you she's got all slip-on shoes, so she ain't got to worry about tying her shoes in the morning.
They have a personal assistant.
Oh, yeah. Cortez. Then you got the one from Minnesota, that believes that, quote unquote, I didn't say this, she said it. She will not be happy. Remember that, Doug? She will not be happy till every citizen in the United States becomes a Muslim and goes under the Quran.
Right.
Then you got Minnesota, where they actually have some of these people do their own patrolling in the neighborhoods. You've seen that under Shira law. This is the fucking United States, not the Middle East. You want Shira law? Go back over there.
People voted them in.
They voted him in.
Oh, somehow.
Ooh.
I don't know. We can't find anybody that voted for Biden. Jesus.
You can't check the computers. All the computer voting went on. You can't check them. I mean, the supercomputer that checked all the computers blew up Christmas Day in Nashville. You know what? I just seen a case, people. I just seen a case. What the hell was that? Where DNA was sent out of a subject, and it was going to take up to 2 weeks, at least a minimum of 8 days to 2 weeks before they had an answer back on the DNA. Isn't it fucking amazing how the FBI on that explosion, the very next day, Doug, well, DNA proved it was this guy, such and such. How? What? They got
a fast track.
Everybody else in the world takes 8 to 10, 8 to 12 days. This guy blows up the supercomputer, and the very next day, it was the very next day.
Yeah.
Well, we got DNA that proves that this second. Really? Would you wipe a grease spot on the ground? I mean, you told us the camper was obliterated, didn't they?
Right. Yep.
I mean, the very next day they said that. And what amazes me is how that trailer was parked at that motorhome and announcing for what? How long, Doug? Nobody.
Yeah. It was a while, and
The conspiracy. Well, with Mark Wallenberg. I wonder how many people are being hung out to dry behind the scenes. What's Trump? Hey, not Trump. What's Biden do? This guy's a pain in my ass. Hillary, we need another suicide over here.
right. Let's direct their attention there because we're still working on this gun bill and this voting bill.
Yeah. Let's have a suicide.
Let's have something high profile happen.
You know what's sad is Epstein got killed because I bet you that guy had a bunch of shit on everybody.
Yeah. Yes.
Huh?
Yes. So you connected Hillary with Epstein?
Well, no, I'm just yeah. He had some shit on her.
Well, he and Clinton.
Bill Clinton. They smoked the same cigars.
And I think he was on the plane with him at one point.
Oh yeah. So was Bill Gates.
So there's your rich and powerful killing off the.
So was Dr. Fauci. They all been to his island. Wonder what Bill Clinton sitting there with 3 boxes, 2 boxes, 3 boxes of cigars. That's Monica dipped, that's Chameleon dipped, and that's Hillary dipped. At the end of the day, he still got all the cigars from Hillary.
Right.
Yeah, I like I said, I tried to stay calm tonight. I thought I did a pretty good job, but I want to flip out. If you're not mad, you're not a middle-class person that works every day, gets up, could have took the layoff and shit, could have took, but you had the choice, you keep working. You're a middle-class person. I don't give a shit if you're black, white, purple. I don't care. And you get up every morning, go to work, bust your ass, try to take care of your family, make a living, and you're not pissed off right now, there's something. Go to the fucking nearest psychiatrist, and because you need some sessions. You need some sessions. The shit going on in Washington right now is just fucking beyond control. So the fence. When are they taking that down, Doug? It's supposed to come down this month, right?
In May. Yep.
Anybody want to make a bet they extend it? So we're taking our National Guard people that had jobs and families, and saying, come on, I know you got a job, but you got to come guard us up here. We're about to do some dumb shit.
We are the rich and elite, and you need to make sure that we're okay.
So a guy that was supporting his family, I understood he signed up for this National Guard, supporting his family and everything. Now what we did is took him away from his job, and you know what we said? Well, here's $1,300 a month. Spend it wisely.
And occasionally we will give you some pizza and some cookies.
And you know what the worst part about that is? Here's the worst part. They didn't even order the pizza from Big D's Pizza.
See?
Dean, you ought to be pissed.
Right. And
and that's a bunch of fucking bullshit too. She goes down to the goddamn parking garage. I knew I couldn't hold myself. She goes down to the parking garage, hands him the shit, talks to him. The very next day, Biden saying, well, I didn't know this was going on. Your fucking wife went down there and talked to him, you dumbass. Trump offers him down the street. Remember that? Trump offers the National Guardsmen a place to stay. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
And what were they told? Absolutely not. Sleep in the fucking garage.
Right. Yep.
Check it. Fact check that, assholes watching me. Fact check that.
He's meaning Facebook and YouTube, not you.
Yeah.
Watching right now.
Yeah, no, Facebook and YouTube. Fact check it. Because y'all tried to hide that shit too. He didn't say nothing about that. You tried taking that shit down. Trump offered them a place to stay. He was gone. He didn't have to do nothing. He ain't president no more.
Right.
He still offered them a place to stay. And instead, they were told no. Sleep in the parking garage when it's 20 fucking degrees out.
Right.
You sleep down there. We'll try to find somewhere for you as soon as we get the FEMA trailers up here that, we ain't cleaned in 5 years because they've been sitting in a lot somewhere. We'll bring them up here. And, you got to piss? There's a couple shit houses there that hopefully they come in and clean. But, Joey that's running a shit cleaner ain't got the permit yet to come in because clearance hasn't gone on.
He's got to get through the barbed wire.
Yeah, we got to run a check on him, and it's going to take 3 weeks. We know we got the guy down there that blew up everything. We checked his DNA in 24 hours, but Jimmy, sorry, Jimmy and Joey.
Fortunately, our criminals were in better care than our National Guard.
Yeah,
they were getting 3 hots and a place to sleep and running water.
What do you address about the border the other night?
That's a whole mess down there.
Well, I know it's what he say about it. Well, we're looking at it.
They'll eventually get it under control.
Drunk bitch and a whore behind me better get doing something about it because I'm starting to get questions on it. I mean, seriously. That bitch been down there? No. Like you said, it's political suicide.
Right.
She's weighed her options.
Right.
I'm going to get less if I stay here. If I go down there, I got to acknowledge the problem.
Yep. And then I got to fix it. And there's going to determine my future.
I guarantee you Trump would have been down there.
Oh, yeah.
Himself. Here's the guy that goes to the North Korean, South Korean demilitarized zone that nobody's ever walked through, but only certain areas since it's been built. He walks out the door and walks through the steps over the thing, says, "Hey, how you doing? I'm here." And even our guys are going, "What?" Started stuttering, and little Rocket Man over there, I can't believe me scared of you, Trump.
Right.
I mean,
and look, after that, they chilled way out. Biden got in, and they're starting back up again.
Yeah, take a look. The Ukrainian border.
Another thing that was really funny was they had some sort of I don't know what it was, some meeting with all these foreign leaders, and they were on screens. The only one wearing a mask was
Joe Biden.
Nobody else
wearing a mask. Here. I'm wearing a mask because I'm a pussy and Camellia told me to do it.
Right. I'm here in this room by myself with the screen, but
I'm going to wear a mask. I'm talking to my computer. Camellia was licking it a little bit ago, so I got to, but seriously, look at the Ukraine border. You ain't heard shit for 4 years about Russia fucking with Ukraine, have you, Doug? No, it ain't even 4 months. 4 months. They're building up the border. What's he say? He just said it yesterday, I think. Putting to NATO and the United States. Watch what you do and don't mess with us. Don't you mess with us. Watch what you do. Stay out of it.
And Biden turned to Chameleon. What do I do?
What? I don't even.
He's scaring me.
Where is Ukraine? Why does that remind me of something? But and then you got Rocket Man over there start to shoot missiles up again.
Yeah.
You got China about ready to take over Taiwan. How? In 4 months? I tell you how. I tell you exactly how.
He
doesn't know what he's doing.
I thought he declared as a woman.
Yeah, Biden. My name's Joette. Mr. Putin, you can't pick on me.
Josephine.
I'm President Josephine Biden. You can't pick on me.
Right. Because I declared today.
I got off as I was riding Air Force One here. I declared to myself as a lady.
Perfect.
You think Putin gives a shit? They don't give a shit. All right, people, we better close out. Hopefully, we're allowed back on. We didn't say too much.
We'll find out.
Not too sure how long his videos stay up. Yeah, not too long. It won't stay up too long because vaccine.
We said it.
I said I ain't felt good since I got the last shot. You know, I didn't feel good after the first one. So that's me personally. That happened to me. I ain't saying that's going to happen to you. So you YouTube pot smokers censoring us.
Yeah, there was the disclaimer.
Yeah, there was a disclaimer right on the bottom of the screen. Read it. These are our opinions, our views. Or sometimes we get 500-600 people reached, and if we put something up and talk about something they don't like, all of a sudden there's only 60 reached. Figure that one out.
All right.
We put a thing up, Candace Owens, 28 people reached. Candace Owens.
Speaking of that, speaking of reached and watched, Pence was talking about a possible run for president on a live. He had 55 people viewing. Not 5,500, not 500, not 50,000, not 550,000. He had 55 people watching.
Because they consider him a traitor. Because he wouldn't override that. And the problem is this. Pence had to do what he had to do because it was the law.
Right.
And people don't understand that.
Right.
You know, I mean, there's just some.
But you would think that there'd be a couple hundred people that would have watched that, but 55? We do better on Sandusky Speedway Facebook Live.
Tune in Tuesday night. Sandusky Speedway Facebook Live. Got some more giveaways. Pass out some information about the upcoming events. Tune in to Hammer Down Racing Report Thursdays at 7. Rick Young from Shady Bull Speedways right on normally after that at 8 o'clock. So
is the Wheelman Series doing every Wednesday, or
I'm not sure when
on and off? Millstream kind of on and off too.
Listen, support your local racetracks out there. I'll throw this in. Support your local racetracks.
Because it's going to get tough for some of these drivers.
It's going to get real tough.
The tires go up, parts go up.
We already got part shortages. So if you're out there and you live around a racetrack, I don't care what state you're in, support your local racetracks. In Ohio, support every racetrack but 2 of the east to us.
Yeah, if you give them just a couple bucks to do something, makes a world of a difference.
We had another fight out east last night, I guess. Way out east.
Oh, wow. The Far East.
Yeah, they had a little bit of racing with the fight night. Fight night. They're all on first name basis with sheriff and police up there.
That's awesome.
Hey Joe, it's over there. All right, people.
All right.
Have a good night. Thank you for watching. God bless America.